Hello everybody, Mobius1 here with a reaction video to the first trailer for Star Wars The Mandalorian, a new live-action Star Wars series that's going to be streaming on Disney's new streaming service this November. This trailer has been on YouTube for less than 24 hours and already has 6 million views. None of those views are mine yet. I'm going to be watching this for the first time with you guys, though I'm pretty sure many of you have probably already seen it. But now you're going to get to see me seeing it because that's how reaction videos work. I know a little bit about The Mandalorian already. I know its timeline is post Return of the Jedi. And I know it involves some dude walking around in Mandalorian armor who's not Boba Fett. Other than that, I know very little about it. I know I'm super excited for it. It looks really awesome. And yeah, I can't wait. So, without any more waiting, here we go, The Mandalorian. That's already badass. Like, just that shot is badass. Whoa, that looks a lot like the ship from Star Wars Bounty Hunter. Oh, it looks so good. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. The music is very, like, Republic Commando. That. Oh, that's a good-looking Twi'lek. Shadow or Death Troopers? It looks so good. Oh my god, guys. Look at the swoop! ATST. Is that IG-88? Oh my god, it is IG-88!
Bounty hunting is a complicated profession.
Ooh, that had to hurt.
Don't you agree?
No, is that it? Oh my god, dude. That was it. Hold on, we're going through this. Alright. Okay, first of all, first reactions. Wow. I'm ready. You know, Disney has put out some pretty controversial stuff since they took over the Star Wars license. I've gotten into arguments with people on stream about it. I've even lost subscribers because of, I don't know, because it's a touchy subject. People are torn, you know, really. There's some people that absolutely love the new stuff. Some people absolutely hate it. As a matter of fact, one of my coworkers feels pretty strongly against it. It's kind of funny. But it's important to remember that while Disney owns it, a lot of these different Star Wars things are being made by different people. Yes, Disney owns the rights to it, but the directors for different movies are different. The writers and creators for all these different things are different. So just because, you know, one movie or a couple movies are bad doesn't mean everything that they do is going to be bad. Star Wars Rebels, well, not as loved as the Clone Wars, I thought personally was pretty good. And this, just as a first reaction, looks amazing. All right, so let's go through this a little bit. We get these stormtroopers. Somebody walks by. Just the shot of the stormtrooper helmets on the spikes, because it's his post Return of the Jedi. So this is, you know, happening during the fall of the Empire. That's so symbolic. Like, that's just cool. And the fact that there's grape jelly or jam coming off of this one here lets you know right away, hey, this is a little bit darker than your typical Star Wars movie or show or whatever. I really like the gash in this one over the eye. That's just, oh, it looks so cool. So we get our first shot of the ship, and the ship flies over, and you know, it's not. It almost looks like Firefly. Look at that from the top behind. That looks very much like Serenity from Firefly, but it also looks somewhat similar to the ship that Jango Fett originally flew in Star Wars Bounty Hunter. It's not exactly the same after looking at an actual picture of it, but it's close enough, I think, that they might have drawn inspiration from it. Then we have this shot here. This is obviously the main character's ship on the left. While he's walking into this town, it looks kind of like a Tatooine town, but honestly, it could be anywhere. I'm not sure what this ship on the right is. It looks kind of like a U-Wing, but I don't think it is. What I'm noticing now, though, about this ship is it looks like it's got a cockpit on both the top and the bottom. Like, the underside of it looks like it's got the same style windscreen. You see that? That looks neat. So I don't know if we're going to get to see that, if that ship's going to play like a role in the show, or if it's just like a one-time thing that we see when the main character visits this location. I don't know, but that would be interesting to see how that works. Maybe you have like a pilot up top and a gunner on the bottom, but I'm not sure what that is, but that's neat looking. We have an exchange of money. Maybe someone who's hiring the bounty hunter. You get this scenic shot of him flying over. Like, so this could be Tatooine, but again, it's Star Wars. It could be anywhere. When we saw the trailer for Force Awakens, we thought that Jakku was going to be Tatooine, so you never know. We get some more character reveals, some CG characters, which honestly, you know, it looks all right. This Twi'lek, though, we haven't really seen that many live-action Twi'leks in Star Wars. Like, I can't remember. I'm not saying they don't exist, but I can't remember seeing a Twi'lek in anything that Disney has made live action yet. So like Force Awakens, Rogue One, The Last Jedi, and Solo. There might be, like, in one shot in the background somewhere, a Twi'lek. But other than, like, Hera, the pilot of the Ghost in Star Wars Rebels, I don't recall seeing any Twi'leks. So it's neat to see a new one. And honestly, I think they did a pretty good job. I like the smirk. Yeah, the wink. That's nice. Good touch. This looks very much like young Jyn Erso hiding. Like, this almost looks like it could have been a deleted scene from the beginning of Rogue One. But obviously, this is somebody hiding from the bounty hunter, or maybe from the Empire. Then we have the Death Troopers from Rogue One make a return, which is interesting because I'm not sure what the canon explanation for these guys were. I thought they were Krennic's, like, personal guard unit or something. If this takes place post Return of the Jedi, Rogue One took place pre A New Hope. There's like a 4 or 5 year time gap at least between the time of the events of Rogue One and The Mandalorian. So curious to see how they come into play. We get a dude like a cowboy standoff. Not sure if that's the Mandalorian or this is the Mandalorian. I think maybe this is. I like the glove. It's kind of cool. We got this dude. All right, so this dude is obviously our Callus, right, from Rebels, who seems to be definitely Empire, standing with the Death Troopers behind him. So he must be like the big baddie for the Empire. Or so. All right, so since the Empire is collapsing, are they gonna like introduce the Remnant? So this is like a Moff or an Admiral or something, maybe a General, since he's got Death Troopers that is trying to keep his section of the Empire together while the rest of the galaxy is kind of like falling apart. I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to speculate on story here, but if it's going to be focused on the Mandalorian, we might not dive too deep into what happens of the Empire. So November 12th, look at this swoop. That's so cool. Oh, it looks so good. He's obviously in the spotlight of like a ship or something. And then we get the tease here with the AT-ST. We get a bigger tease. Shooting at something. Oh, there's troops running there. Yeah, people blowing up. Door getting blown in with IG-88. Alright, so this might not be IG-88 because if I remember correctly, there were a couple different versions of this droid, like IG-88 A through D or something. And again, all this stuff is legends now, so technically they could be rewriting what actually happened to IG-88, which I would be okay with. I mean, I know he's got a lot of history. I believe even there is some story where he like transferred his consciousness into the second Death Star and was firing the Death Star super laser during the Battle of Endor. And when the second Death Star was destroyed, that was like the death of IG-88 or something. We also see IG-88 previously on, he was a boss for Dash Rendar in Shadows of the Empire, and he was defeated then. So I don't know. IG-88's kind of got a complicated backstory already. Maybe some of you guys know more about him than I do. But if this is IG-88, I would be okay with getting a little bit a more solidified story of that character would be neat. And this is the first time we actually see him in action, in live action. Like it's always either been in books, comics, or video games. We do see him in Empire Strikes Back for a brief second, but he's just standing there. So actually seeing him live action doing stuff will be pretty cool. We get a nice space shot, and I'm trying to see that ship in the background, if that's the same ship from that ground shot. It's really hard to tell, but cool. All right, so we're going to see space and ground combat. We see the Mandalorian here on some sort of heavy repeating cannon. Actually looks like it's supposed to be an anti-aircraft gun, which he turns on these infantry troops on the roof. Here's IG-88 in action, and we're going to watch this. Like, oh my god, look at that. That just looks so cool. And that looks exactly how he's supposed to look. With, like, the arms and shooting in, like, every direction. Like, it's so good. And he looks good, too. He looks real. I don't know if this was, like, a prop or an actor. It's got to be CG, at least partially. And it looks good. It looks dirty. It looks real. I love it. Look, he's holding the blaster sideways, too. So he's doing a behind-the-back gangsta shot with a rifle. My man. What's next? Stormtroopers, their armor looks all dirty, which is awesome. Shows that they're probably not up to, like, Imperial code with their shiny armor anymore. This looks like a stun baton. So he's got a blaster and a stun baton, which is awesome. I like the armor color scheme, too. So he's, like, red and silver, but, like, this... Oh my god, this is hilarious. Okay, so for those of you that play Star Wars Galaxies, you know now when you craft a Mandalorian armor piece in the Death Watch bunker, you get a randomly colored piece of armor. That's exactly what this looks like. Like, he's got a red chest plate, a red bicep, like a gray bracer, or a gray bicep on this side, a red bracer, and like a black or silver helmet. Just totally mismatched armor color, which that's kind of funny, actually. We get like a bar fight. He knocks a Quarren into the table, which I'm also very glad to see some returning iconic Star Wars alien species. Not only do we see the Twi'lek, we get this Quarren. Maybe we'll get to see like a Rodian or something. But one of the gripes that I've had personally with all the Disney stuff they've been putting out so far is the lack of familiar alien species. Disney has gone out of its way to create a whole bunch of new alien species, which is fine, but if you're, making movies that are set in the Star Wars universe, it's cool to have aliens that we've seen in older movies, and Quarren is one of those. More bar fighting. This looks like another Quarren tries to escape out the door, and he lassos him around the legs. I'm just looking at the characters in the background to see if there are any more aliens that I recognize. That almost looks like a Rodian in the back there, but it's kind of hard to tell. Oh, that's a nice shot. There you go. That could be a good wallpaper. And, of course, the door closes around him. Let's watch. They do a quick cut here, so we don't get to see it. And he did. I got someone in Carbonite here. Not sure who this is supposed to be. Might be part of the plot, like he's trying to deliver this guy. Yeah, oh, this guy, look at this. He's got an Imperial medallion. So this must be like a governor or somebody who is high up there in the Empire. Imperial medal. It's actually, it is a medal. Look, I thought this was his collar at first, but I think this might actually be like a lanyard. So this might be an Imperial medal. Huh. Alright, well that's interesting. I like how, what's he ask him? Bounty hunting is a tough job or something?
Don't you agree?
Wait, what did he say?
Don't you agree?
Oh my god, how far back do I have to go?
Bounty hunting is a complicated profession.
Bounty hunting is a complicated profession. Don't you agree? I like how he turns around and he just looks at him. He doesn't answer. Alright. Alright, well that's my analysis of the trailer. Original series streaming on November 12th. I don't know what else to say. It's awesome. I'm very, very excited for it, and I would be more than willing to do an entire reaction series to it once it comes out. We'll be able to discuss it I guess, I'm not sure if they're going to go the Netflix route and just release the whole thing all at once, or if they're going to do it like an episode a week, like a episodic thing. I really have no idea how they're going to do it. If they do it episodically, it'd be cool to do a reaction series and share my thoughts with you as the show goes on. I've definitely binged shows on Netflix in the past, but I think the community around a show is a lot stronger when you have to live through, you know, the week-to-week release schedule, and you have a lot more time to theory craft, you know, like where the story's going. And I'm super looking forward to it. I want to share my thoughts with you guys as it comes out, so I'll most likely be recording it. But let me know down in the comments if that's something that you would totally watch. And yeah, I guess I'll take this opportunity to announce the next series that I'm going to be doing for my YouTube channel, since Knights of the Old Republic 2 and Mysteries of the Sith have actually already finished being produced. While they're not all public on my channel yet at this time, all of the episodes have been recorded. So I'm going to start working on the next series, which, since all this Mandalorian stuff is coming out, might as well be Republic Commando. We also had that Republic Commando announcement for they're adding the Commandos as playable characters in the Star Wars Battlefront 2. I don't know if it's a DLC or an update. Whatever it is, they're going to be adding Commandos as playable classes. So we might as well play through Republic Commando. Alright, but that's all I got for this video now. I hope you guys thought this reaction was entertaining. Thank you for watching. Mobius1 here, and I'll see you next time.